Nigga, don't dick ride, don't blink ride, leave it to the double thick thighs to insist.
This is one of the most important videos I'm uploading. It's easy for you to know how to style your hair and how to manage it if you know the type of hair you have. Now, there are different factors that determine the type of hair one has. There's density, there's porosity, there's width, and there's curl pattern. Now, today we're going to talk about curl pattern. Now, I'd have loved to go through all those factors, but I don't want this video to be so long. You guys may get bored and lose concentration, and we do not want that, right? So let's get started. So guys, you will know your hair type when you have just washed it and it's free of all the hair products. This is when it shows off its distinctive characteristics. So begin by washing your hair with a clarifying shampoo, then let it dry, but let it do so naturally. Don't even use a towel to dry it, as that will make it frizzy, thus making it hard for you to classify the hair. So part the hair to a few sections, then use the characteristics I'm about to give you to identify the type of hair you have. So remember, it's possible that you will have more than 2 hair types. So you may have 2C hair and 3A hair. They'll just be closely following each other in the chart. There are 4 types of hair: type 1, type 2, type 3, and type 4. Type 1 hair is hair that's naturally straight. The hair is not able to hold curls. It's shiny. It's oily, since the natural oil from the scalp is able to flow from the scalp to the end of the strand. On the downside, the hair has no body, so it's flat. It's not able to hold curls. The hair structure is that it has round fibers on all sides of the hair. It doesn't grow at an angle, since it's not able to hold hooks at the end of the
let's
scalp.
jump in straight to the subcategories 1A, B, and C. So 1A hair is hair that's soft and shiny at the same time. As you can see from the image there, it's thin and wispy. It takes on the structure of the baby fine hair. They are a little hard to style because they do not hold the curls well. So this hair requires you to use dry shampoo. While it's necessary to condition the hair, you should avoid thick conditioners, as they will weigh down your hair. Let's just say that this is the straightest hair that you can ever have. It contains no bends or waves on the hair. It's further quite uncommon hair type. So there's a difference between 1B hair and 1A hair. So 1B has more body than 1A. As you can see from the image I've shown you guys, it's medium straight, and therefore it will curl towards the base when you're styling it. It's therefore easy to style. Also, the fact that it's voluminous makes it easy to style. So in summary, 1B features the hair with full strands but with a slight bend towards the end. Remember, the ends of 1A are straight. It doesn't have real curls though, but it has a few bends here and there. So 1B hair is popular, and most women that are straight haired are in this category. Most Asian women particularly have 1B type of hair. So guys, my images show A1, A2, and A3. This is the same as 1A, 1B, and 1C. I just had to point that out. I don't want you guys to get confused. So now we go to 1C hair. So 1C has even more bends than the 1B hair. Generally, it's classified as straight hair, although it has a little more bends than the 2 types I've just mentioned. This hair is the thickest type of straight hair, and it's therefore prone to frizz. Now, this hair type will hold your curls very well. You'll also notice 1 or 2 S-waves with the hair. Often the best style to go for is the long and layered one. It's not that easy to style though, as you may think. 1C hair is resilient and it's easy to achieve the desired style without the need to use any heating tools.
Type 2 hair is naturally wavy. This hair will form S patterns on your hair. This hair is not as oily as the straight counterpart. However, it's not considered among the dry category. This type of hair is a blend of both the straight hair and the wavy hair. The problem is that the waves do not normally act as required. If you have this type of hair, I'd really advise you to work on its maintenance, or else it will fall flat. People who have this type of hair are considered to be the luckiest.
Type 2A hair has occasional bends on each strand of the hair. It comes in the natural beachy and waves over the head. It's further not as frizzy as the other levels of type 2 hair. In applying a lot of hair products, you risk weighing it down. So if you have 2A type of hair, I'd advise you to use light products so as not to weigh down your hair. So the distinctive characteristic is that you don't have the defined S-shaped hair. Your waves are almost like the loose waves. It has a lesser volume and definition. This hair isn't that straight, neither is it that wavy. The hair ranges from loose loops to coarse ones. So guys, as you can see from the images, 2B hair is clearly defined and yet it also appears tightly drawn. The hair will stick close to the scalp. When you're talking of a hair type that tends to frizz, this is it. So the hair uses the gel-based product in the effort to get rid of the frizzes. If you have this type of hair, I'd advise you to always keep your fingers off the hair. This will help you to maintain the waves. So simply put, this hair type comes in with more defined waves. At the roots, it takes on this straight texture. Then when it comes to the mid-length, it takes on the S-shaped waves all the way to the ends. As you can see from the image I've shown you guys, you can see that the root takes on the straight texture, and when you get to the mid-length, it takes on the S-shaped waves up to the end. So guys, 2C hair has waves that are tightly drawn, as you can see from the image that I've shown you guys. They'll even while around themselves to form the spiral curls. They are the frizziest of all the level 2 hair types. So 2C is further a little bouncy in nature. They are thicker with sporadic curls all over the head. If you have this type of hair, you should try to use finger styling method and remember to moisturize it as much as you can. From this level, then you'll have to deep condition your hair frequently, work to embrace all that big and bouncy hair. So in summary, this hair is just thick and coarse.
Type 3 hair. My type of hair. Type 3 hair is hair that's naturally curly. It has defined S shape. This hair tends to dry since the natural oil from the scalp is not able to flow through the strands. In fact, the natural oils from the scalp aren't even able to penetrate through the bends and turns. This therefore means that you'll have to use nourishing products. If you have curly hair, do not use a blow dry by all means. I'll repeat that since it's so important. If you have curly hair, avoid using a blow dry by all means. This hair ranges from tight curls to loose ones. Now on this level, the cuticles won't lie as flat as type 1. Therefore, you'll notice that the hair isn't as shiny as, straight hair.
3A hair is the hair that is best suited for those in moist and wet conditions. So this hair is easy to style and to manage when it's still wet. As you can see from the image, it's further silky. The curls on this level are the largest in diameter and you'll have a mix of wavy pieces in it. It's the loosest of the type 3 hair. So this hair is easily damaged when you use the heating tools. It has a well-defined S shape and it's often shiny. So if you have this type of hair, you can use your fingers when you twirl it to increase the definition. Three B hair, on the other hand, has either springy curls or ringlets. The curls here are tight, and therefore this is the level where it begins to shrink. Like the one I've just mentioned, 3A, it tends to dry out. Therefore, it needs you to moisturize it as often as possible. If you have natural long hair, then a lot of maintenance is needed for 3B hair. So try to use only products without the parabens and the sulfate. The hair has a reasonable body, as you can see from the image, and it's in fact dense. I really like that it's normally bouncy. So we go straight to 3C hair. So 3C hair is one of the densest hair types we have. Some people refer to it as curly, coily hair. This one has the most defined curls in this level with a rich texture. So if you have this hair type, your strands are densely packed, which makes them fuller. The one thing you should know about it though is that it freezes, but it's manageable. With the right product, you will maintain the hair. For hair type 3, it's the one that experiences the most shrinkage. One thing you should know though is that it will take more manipulation for you to maintain the curls evenly. This hair is nicely defined, although it isn't as smooth as 3B. So guys, I feel like my hair is 3A, 3B, like the front is 3A, then at the back it's 3B. Remember, as I mentioned earlier, you can have two hair types.
And now we go to type 4 hair. Type 4 hair is kinky hair. The hair is coily and tightly curled, like it has tight curls. Some people call it a Z. It has a Z pattern. Kinky hair is also fine, coarse, and fragile. It has a great sheen and it's sometimes smooth and silky. Now, this hair is normally elastic. Now, type 4 hair is the hardest to maintain. This hair has a lot of shrinkage. If you have this type of hair, you'll have to use heavy products, unlike type 1. You'll have to use heavy products, moisturizers, creams, butter.
4A hair basically has defined curl patterns that come in the shape of S. This hair retains your moisture well. On the downside, it's prone to dryness, so it requires you to take good care of it. This is the closest you have to the wash and go style. Since it has the curls, it's like a style on its own. It's easy to achieve the curls. The only thing you need is the proper maintenance of the hair. Use the gentle sulfate-free shampoos, rich creamy product to maintain the moisture. 4B hair has a more different texture in that it's cottony in appearance. As you can see from the image, it takes on the Z shape. It has bends and curves which make it susceptible to damage from being dry. This hair also breaks. It will shrink to 70%, and if you do not straighten the hair, it remains shorter than it should be. So it's important to braid this hair to protect it from damage. Use low manipulation styles to keep the hair in place. To take care of it, moisturize it as often as possible. You should work to clean the hair frequently. 4C hair looks similar to 4B, although now this one comes in even tighter curls. When it's raw, it doesn't have the defined curls, but you can twist, coil, or curl them. They further have a shrinkage level of about 70%. So while your hair may be 12 inches, but it appears to be only 4 inches.
Therefore, when you are looking to grow your hair longer, make sure you use protective measures like braiding, twisting, and curling. You can't be braiding your hair every night before you sleep. Just do braid outs. It really helps to protect the hair. So the reason why the protective measures work to make the hair grow is that you don't manipulate the hair. Now, the products that work well in my hair might not do the same for you if you do not have the same type of hair I have. That is why it's very, very important to know the type of hair you have. This way, you'll know the right products to use on your hair to bring best results. Example, as I said earlier, type 1 and type 2 hair require light products. Using heavy products on these types of hair will weigh down the hair. Each hair type has its different needs. Now, if you knew the type of hair you have before watching this video, please leave a comment on the comment section below telling us the type of hair you have and the tips to maintain it, the kind of products you use, how you manage it. This way we'll have a very interactive comment section where we'll all be learning. To know more about the type of hair you have, density, porosity, width, and many other videos, do not forget to subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. I'll be posting hair videos every Tuesday. Thank you for watching Caitlin Mimi with Caitlin Mimi. Please follow me on Instagram at Caitlin Mimi, Snapchat Caitlin Mimi. See you next week.